Women may avoid intimacy for a variety of reasons. Among the most common reasons are the fear of being hurt or betrayed. For both men and women, the fear of being hurt or betrayed is a common psychological barrier to intimacy. This fear can stem from a variety of sources and experiences, and it can have a significant impact on an individual's ability to express themselves emotionally. Previous betrayal, infidelity, or emotional abuse in previous relationships can leave long-lasting scars. Women who have been hurt in the past may develop a fear of being hurt again, leading them to be cautious or avoidant in future relationships. Intimacy requires trust. If a woman has had trust issues in the past, whether in romantic relationships, friendships, or family dynamics, she may develop a general distrust of others. This can make it difficult to be open and vulnerable in new relationships. Individuals who have insecure attachment styles, such as anxious or avoidant attachment, may experience anxiety or rejection. These insecurities stem from early caregiver relationships and influence adult relationships, making it difficult for some women to fully engage in intimacy. Creating a safe and supportive environment where women feel heard and understood can be a critical step toward overcoming these fears and developing healthy, intimate relationships. Professional counseling or therapy can be extremely beneficial for navigating and addressing these complex emotional issues. Lack of trust. Lack of trust is a significant psychological barrier to intimacy for many people, and it can be especially influential in shaping women's relationship experiences. This could be due to a partner's history of infidelity or dishonesty, or it could simply be a lack of trust in others. Women who have experienced betrayal in previous relationships, whether through infidelity, dishonesty, or other breaches of trust, may develop a general distrust of others. People who have been hurt in the past may be afraid of experiencing the same pain and disappointment in future relationships. This fear can lead to a guarded approach to intimacy, with women hesitant to fully invest emotionally for fear of betrayal. Women who have an avoidant attachment style may have difficulty trusting others and making secure connections. As a protective measure, they may be more likely to maintain emotional distance. Trust often entails vulnerability, which some women may fear. Concerns about being judged, rejected, or hurt can fuel this fear of vulnerability. As a result, in order to avoid potential pain, they may withhold certain aspects of themselves. Addressing a lack of trust frequently necessitates deliberate efforts on the part of both individuals in a relationship. This may entail open and honest communication, establishing emotional safety, and demonstrating consistency and reliability over time. Recognize that rebuilding trust is a gradual process that may necessitate patience and commitment from both partners. Body image issues. If a woman is unhappy with her body, she is less likely to want to engage in intimate activities. Body image and self-esteem are inextricably linked. Women who have a negative body image may struggle to feel confident and secure in intimate situations. Concerns about their appearance and fears of judgment can create emotional barriers to intimacy. The depiction of idealized body types in the media can contribute to unrealistic beauty standards, influencing women's self-perception. Societal pressures to conform to these standards may lead to feelings of inadequacy and discomfort with one's body, influencing intimacy avoidance. Women who are self-conscious about their bodies may fear rejection or judgment from their partners. This fear can cause them to avoid situations in which they feel exposed or vulnerable, impeding the development of intimacy. Body shaming, comments about appearance, and bullying can all leave long-lasting scars. Women who have experienced such treatment may develop a defensive mechanism to avoid situations in which their bodies may be the focus of attention. It is critical to recognize that body image issues are complex and deeply personal, and that dealing with them may take time. Promoting body positivity and challenging unrealistic beauty standards can help create a more accepting environment for women and individuals in general. Performance anxiety. In both men and women, performance anxiety can be a significant factor in avoiding intimacy. Women may face significant pressure to meet certain standards in intimate situations due to societal expectations and cultural norms. Expectations about physical appearance, sexual performance, and the ability to fulfill perceived roles and ideals are examples of this pressure. Women may fear performance-based judgment from their partners, including concerns about their sexual abilities, attractiveness, or body image. This fear of judgment can cause anxiety and lead to the avoidance of intimate situations. Difficulties communicating desires, preferences, and boundaries can all contribute to performance anxiety. Women who struggle to express themselves may be afraid of misunderstandings or dissatisfaction from their partners. It's critical to acknowledge that performance anxiety is a common issue, and seeking help is a positive step toward improving intimacy and overall well-being. In order to address performance anxiety and promote healthy relationships, it is critical to foster a culture that values open communication, consent, and mutual respect. Religious or cultural beliefs. Religious and cultural beliefs can have a significant impact on an individual's approach to intimacy, and these influences can differ greatly across cultures and religious traditions. Certain religious and cultural traditions emphasize modesty and purity as values. Women raised in these traditions may experience feelings of guilt or shame about intimate relationships, which may lead to avoidance. Some religious or cultural beliefs prescribe specific gender roles and expectations. Women who internalize these roles may find it difficult to express their desires or pursue intimate relationships outside of traditional norms. Individuals within the same religious or cultural group may have different attitudes toward intimacy, and these attitudes can change over time. The process of reconciling personal desires with religious or cultural beliefs is highly individual, and assistance from understanding communities and professionals can be helpful along the way. Medical conditions. Certain medical conditions, such as chronic pain or fatigue, can make intimate relationships difficult or painful. Intimacy may be associated with physical discomfort or pain in women suffering from chronic pain conditions such as endometriosis, vulvodynia, or pelvic floor disorders. This can lead to avoidance as a way to avoid or reduce pain. Hormonal imbalances, such as those associated with polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, or menopause, can have an impact on libido and sexual function. Women experiencing hormonal changes may avoid intimacy due to concerns about how these changes will affect their sexual experience. Depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, can all have an impact on a woman's emotional well-being and, as a result, her ability to engage in intimate relationships. Mental health issues may cause a decrease in desire for intimacy or difficulty forming connections. Women suffering from chronic illnesses, such as autoimmune diseases or chronic fatigue syndrome, may experience fatigue, pain, or other symptoms that impair their energy and overall well-being. This can lead to a loss of interest in or avoidance of intimate activities. Mental health conditions. Depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, can all have an impact on intimacy. The intricate interplay between mental health and intimate relationships can manifest itself in a variety of ways. Depression can cause a reduction in energy, motivation, and interest in pleasurable activities, such as intimacy. Sadness, hopelessness, and low self-esteem can all play a role in a woman's avoidance of emotional and physical intimacy. Anxiety disorders such as generalized anxiety disorder, GAD, and social anxiety can cause increased stress and fear in social situations. Women who are anxious may avoid intimacy to avoid the anxiety that comes with being emotionally vulnerable or judged. Women who have experienced trauma may develop post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, which can impair their ability to engage in intimate relationships. Fear, hypervigilance, and avoidance of triggers associated with past trauma can all contribute to intimacy avoidance. The obsessive focus on perceived flaws in appearance characterizes BDD. Women with BDD may experience intense anxiety about their body image, causing them to avoid intimate situations in which they feel exposed. Self-awareness, communication, and a supportive approach to mental health care can all help to foster intimacy. It's important to remember that not all women avoid intimacy for the same reasons. It is also important to note that avoiding intimacy is not always indicative of a problem. Some women, for example, may enjoy spending time with their partner without engaging in sexual activities. If you are concerned about your partner's lack of intimacy, it is critical that you discuss it with her in a supportive and non-judgmental manner. Try to understand her reasons for avoiding intimacy and let her know you care. You can work together to address the underlying issues that are preventing her from enjoying intimacy, if she is willing. It's also important to keep in mind that you can't make someone intimate with you. It is critical to respect your partner's decision if she is not ready for intimacy.